I'm John Hess. I'm a Ventev product manager for power systems. This is my first mobility, so a little nervous, so you have to bear with me a little bit. I'm going to present on wireless on the go. So we have the Ventev Vengo mobile wireless case, and the big question: what is this? This is the fully TSA compatible carry-on device. There's a lot of these devices out there. You'll see many of them are very high-end, expensive, really for defense, the defense industry, and so forth. And there's some really low-end stuff built in a garage kind of thing, one at a time. Our design is intended to be kind of a middle of the road, a cost-effective solution for mobile wireless setup. It's compatible with Wi-Fi, cellular, CBRS, private LTE. We do build them in the United States. We have facilities in Reno, Nevada, and Hunt Valley, Maryland. And they are intended to be capable of airline travel. So when we designed them, we had that as part of the intent of the system, the batteries and the size of them, the weight. They have a removable tray for inspection, which I'll get into a little bit later in the presentation, and a simple power-up sequence. And then we designed them to be compatible with commonly used radios in the industry. So what are we trying to do? What challenges are we trying to address with this case? The Vengo it's really intended for a UPS power system that is mobile, that you can move around, that's easy to move around, easy to light to carry. One of the main intentions was for local governments and communities that need temporary wireless for an event, say like a little festival, for a sporting event, for a marathon, a race, something like that, where you have a lot of people in a small area and you need to add cellular or Wi-Fi access to that area. Another big use case is construction companies for job sites. You get to a brand new job site, there's either little or no power, and you need to have Wi-Fi access at that job site. This is a simple, robust device to bring to that site. And then pop-up stores. My wife and sister-in-law have a little boutique store, and they do a lot of events and local college sporting events, and they set up their tent. And with the amount of people there, they need additional access for their point-of-sale devices and to run the credit card machine. So a device like this enables them to, no matter how many people get there, and if the local cellular service gets bogged down, they have their own device to really run that store and stay open through the whole event. And then another kind of final one I have listed here is traveling or in-home healthcare applications where you need to set up a pop-up clinic or something like that. We saw a lot of this during the pandemic, the need for this kind of access to that. So there's many other applications. I'm sure you can think of other ones, but these are the main ones that we came up with. So how are we solving these challenges that are in the market? Basically, we developed a cost-effective solution with cellular radio for backhaul, Wi-Fi capability for internet access, and PoE capability to connect external devices to our wireless case. It is rugged to withstand a construction site or packing and unpacking, a temporary event or a festival, something like that. And then also, if you have the need to travel on an airplane, it is TSA and airline compatible. Then we also have like I said, a simple power on sequence, and it's compatible with many of the 4G and 5G radios that you would need for the backhaul capability. So I'll go through some of the features and benefits now of our design. I talked about the rugged carry case. We use the Pelican Air case. It's lightweight. It's TSA dimensionally compatible. You're talking about less than 25 pounds in overall weight of the entire case with the radio included. It is rugged and it's lockable. So you can lock the device, close the lid. It operates with the lid open or closed. And then you can lock it for safety. And then you can also lock it to something at your site as well, so that it can't be stolen. Then it's easy to carry. I mean, the whole idea here is mobile mobility. the retractable pull handle, just like a Pullman suitcase you would have to carry onto an airplane. It has 2 side handles to carry with, and then the protected wheels. So then one of the main differentiators of our product versus other ones out there is the removable tray. So you can see here in this picture, you can literally lift the entire guts of this case out for inspection. You don't have to disconnect any wires or reconnect them. It literally takes a few seconds to do that. A lot of the other units that are out there, even the really expensive ones, everything is fastened down, and you need to have a screwdriver with you and some other tools, and it takes many minutes to get this all apart for inspection, where our design literally takes a few seconds. So we've tested this. This device has gone through many airport screenings and trips, so it's well traveled and tested in that regard. The tray contains a very simple on-off switch for turning it on and off, and then for also a second switch for hot swapping between the batteries. And I'll get into that in a little bit. And as you can see there, the radio cavity is designed to be what we call agnostic. So it's not dependent on a certain radio. It will be compatible with many different radio types. And then we also offer 4 external 15-watt PoE Ethernet ports. You can use all of them or just one at 60 watts. It's a 60-watt total capability. We use our own Vendome 5G ready antenna. It's a 4x4 MIMO. It's 4G, 5G LTE capable, and 2.4 and 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi capable. And then we also are utilizing our own Venvolt TSA compatible batteries. They are lithium chemistry. There's typically the design, you can get it with 1 or 2 batteries. The 2 battery version, each battery lasts about 3 to 4 hours. And then they are hot swappable so that you can get 6 hours or 6 to 8 hours of runtime, or you can pretty much run it continuously as long as you can charge one of the batteries while the other one is running.
Hey, John?
Yes.
I realize it might be just a verbiage disconnect, but I see and I continue to hear TSA compatible. Is there a reason you're not saying TSA compliant?
Well, TSA compliant would typically require testing to go through all of that and some kind of a certification. So we haven't done all of that, but it does meet all the requirements of TSA. So we typically use the word compatible to avoid certification or having to supply something like that.
Understood. Thank you.
Sure.
John, I had another question, and this
Yes.
could be based on the picture. Your Vendome, is it external? It looks like when it's stacked in there, it's too tall for the lid to close. So I like the idea that it's there, but does it go outside when you're using it and then it goes back inside while you travel?
No, it is actually connected to the tray, and the way we designed it, the lid fits right down on top of the dome of the antenna, and that's what keeps everything from basically bouncing around inside from in a wide direction. So yeah, it is an internal antenna.
Great, thanks.
Sure. Any other questions before I keep going?
Is that the reason for the 2 batteries as well? Is the TSA compatible with carry-on? If you're putting 2 Venvolts inside of there, it feels like that's going to be a problem, right? From a 100 watt-hour limitation?
Yeah, and so if you went with a bigger sized battery, you're technically not compatible with TSA. And we've seen some other designs where there's a very big battery in there, and you get a longer runtime. With this, these are TSA compliant from that standpoint because of their size. They're not oversized.
Thank you.
So yeah, that's why we did that.
Well, just sorry to keep interrupting.
Nope.
You said it has 4 PoE outs. Do you have 12-volt out as well?
No, it's all PoE. Yeah, there's not access to 12 volts.
Or a USB charger?
There is access to the USB. So the last bullet there I have is you can run this on the batteries or you can plug it in directly. So I don't show it in this picture, but maybe it's this picture. Yeah, on the back here, you can see the picture on the bottom right. There's a kind of a clear plastic cover. That's a USB-C connector. So you can we provide this with the AC power cord, so you can plug this in and basically run this continuously with AC power.
Are there any options for solar charging?
Interesting you ask that. That is one of our future things that we're looking at, is providing, there's a couple different products out in the market that we've seen where it's like a solar mat. And we definitely think that that's something we could add on as an accessory or as an upgrade option to this. So yeah, we're definitely looking at that. And thank you for bringing that up. That's a great point. All right, I'm going to keep moving on. Please continue to ask questions. I appreciate that. And I did talk about the AC powered, and I'll kind of say this again. You can run this directly on AC, bypassing the batteries. And something else I'll mention while I'm here. So many of you are familiar with our Venvolt as a, as a way of doing site surveys. It is much more than that, but basically when you buy one of these devices, you get 1 or 2 free site survey packs that come with it. So the Venvolt will come with the carry case and everything else. That's kind of an added feature and bonus when you do buy this device. But yeah, that Venvolt battery, you can use that to charge your laptop, your cell phone. So it's a very versatile device. All right, so the next here, I'll talk about what we mean by radio agnostic. So when we designed this, we didn't want it to be just one radio specific. The first application we worked on was the Cradlepoint R1900, very versatile radio out in the market. A lot of people carry it and sell that. So that was our first design, was based on that. The second one was the Cisco IR1835 mobile service router, which you can see here in the picture. That's what's in there right now. So when we did this design, we wanted it to be capable of hosting many different radios within this unit. So we are working on Sierra, Peplink, a couple others we have in mind for the future. And the way we designed this is we can build the entire unit for you. So we can put in the radio that you want, or we can put in a radio and we can activate it and sell it to you that way. Or there's a whole nother market out there. We work with a lot of value-added resellers and national service providers where they want to put the radio in and provide that as a function and a service to their customers. So we supply this without the radio. Everything else you see is there, just not the radio. So you would buy that, you buy this case empty, and then you would install the radio. We have instructions for how to do that. And then you can put your name on it, your brand on it, and sell it that way. We've also done some co-branding of this as well, where we put our name and someone else's name on it, and then you can go to market that way. So it's we're trying to be flexible in the way we promote this into the market. And then I'll want to mention too that it is also compatible with CBRS, a private LTE, if you just want to do Wi-Fi, and that's all really dependent on the radio that you would choose or want to put in there. Then I will mention, we did talk a little bit about the Vendev antenna that's in there. There is capability with your radio to add an external antenna as well. If you want to be in several conference rooms, or you need to go around to another floor, you can run an external antenna on a tripod and then connect it through this device. We have an option where you can either run it with the lid open or with it closed and have those external antenna connected to the radio. All right, that was the end of that presentation. So hello, I'm John Hess. I'm product manager for Ventev, and I will be presenting on double your battery life. So showing here the UPS system with lithium batteries. What is this? Basically, this is a battery backed up power system. It's designed to be fully integrated with thin rail mounted components, IoT. Basically, you pick what you want to put in there. It just needs to be DIN rail mount compatible. And what's different about this product is the lithium batteries. Traditionally, Ventev has sold these power systems with lead acid batteries in them, 48 volts. And what we're doing now is providing them with lithium. We're using a lithium ion phosphate chemistry. These batteries basically double the life of the system, both from an operational standpoint, backup standpoint, and from a life standpoint. The one I show here is in our stainless steel enclosure. It's a little more robust. We offer these systems in polycarbonate and aluminum enclosures as well. And then also these are, you can see the fan and the vent there. These are thermostat controlled to keep them cool from an operating temperature standpoint. So these UPS systems with the lithium batteries, what are we trying to solve here? What's the challenge? So these are very popular in communities and municipalities looking to provide Wi-Fi, community Wi-Fi in the area, or community security. So your smartwatch and so forth. So you're really looking to do those two things. You can see from the two pictures. The desire here is for customers who want to push or extend the enterprise outside of a building. I mean, that's the whole idea here, is to get outside. The gear we use is all industrial rated, but it's not really capable of being out in the elements and the harsh environments on its own. So we put it in the 3R enclosure, and you're basically bringing that equipment and network out into the outside space.
Hey, John, I have a question from
Yes.
social media.
Yep.
The question is there another safer option for C1, D2 environments? I guess what I'm asking is, are the legacy batteries still going to be available for those applications that require SLA?
Yes. Yep. Yeah. We're not moving away from lead acid. This is an extension of the product line, so you would be able to get it either way.
Perfect.
Yep. So again, we build these on a production line in the United States. We have, again, Reno, Nevada, and Hunt Valley, Maryland. We are an authorized Cisco STI partner and an Aruba design and partner. So those are the two bigger companies that we work with. But we work with a host of other switch and radio manufacturers on these devices. So it's not just it's not just constricted to the two that I mentioned. And then the idea here is to extend the battery backup time and the longevity of the battery for customers that are concerned about operational cost. So what this means is the batteries last longer in the field. You don't have to be out replacing them, monitoring them as much, and it saves you from a capital or from an operational expenditure standpoint in that regard. So how are we solving this problem? Basically, in giving you more backup time and longevity of the life of the battery. We're doing that by using this lithium chemistry. And basically, sealed lead acid, we're expecting about an hour of backup at full power. That's everything powered on. With the lithium battery, you can get 2 hours. And then also, as far as longevity, the lead acid batteries typically last about 5 to 7 years in the field. These lithium batteries are lasting up to 10 years or 2,000 cycles.
John, for those of you that have your existing enclosures in place, can you retrofit the existing ones? Do you sell a lithium battery upgrade kit for the existing units?
I'm really glad you asked that because that's
Hey.
he set me up perfect. Thank you. So yes, so also when we went and introduced this product, we wanted to have the capability of providing a retrofit kit. So to answer your question, yes, we do. It is a 48 volt battery, so it's directly compatible. It's completely backwards compatible. So any system you have out there today of ours that has the lead acid batteries in them, if they go end of life, or you just want to say, hey, look, I want to upgrade my system. This kit is drop-in replacement compatible. The kit comes with everything you see there. Comes with the battery, the hookup cables, and it's a very simple, less than 5-minute conversion to switch from what you have in there today to the new kit. So that's the end of my presentation. Do you guys have any other questions for me at this time?
Do you happen to know what list price on the battery retrofit kit is?
I do not have that on me, but I don't remember off the top of my head what it is, but we can definitely provide that for you.
Very good.
So it typically typically lithium is more expensive than lead acid, side by side, apples to apples, but it's not
Prohibitively
terribly
expensive. Yeah.
expensive. So
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Good.